What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, back with another review for you guys, and today we're going to be talking about Scanner Cop 2. Of course, the sequel to Scanner Cop, which I loved. Was really looking forward to this one, and Alright, so welcome back, guys. Back with another review, Scanner Cop 2. I was really looking forward to this sequel to Scanner Cop. Really enjoyed the first Scanner Cop with Daniel Quinn, who returns in the sequel. But the acting from him, along with others, not so great. The storyline is actually decent, but I found myself quite bored with this one, and like I say, the acting was just not great all around, except for Kilpatrick, who plays the villain. So let's dive into the story a little bit. This is the individual release inside the box there, where you have Vulcan and Sam's character here, and here's the back. This is also known as Scanners the Showdown, Scanner Cop 2, Vulcan's Revenge. Has multiple different titles. Here's your 4K and your Blu-ray. As far as the audio and video quality of this release, the video was about the same as the first one. The video looked really good. The sound, I found the S's to be really, I guess, S-y, where it's a lot of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it happens with movies from time to time where the S's are really noticeable more, or whatever the audio issue is. I'll try to play a clip.
I was just sitting down to dinner, Jake.
Well, excuse hell out of me, but I wasn't planning on picking up any drifters tonight myself.
Then why didn't you just let them drift?
Hopefully I played a clip. If not, then yeah, you'll have to see for yourselves. But yeah, it's a great release. We'll get into the features here in a little bit. There's only a couple, like the first one had. As far as the story on this, you have, like I said, Daniel Quinn coming back as Samuel Stasiak from the first one, although in this one his hair is much longer. He is now a detective. He's not a cop anymore. He's moved up in the force, and the world is full of scanners. It's a more common thing now. It's you know, it's just something that goes on in the world, and people take medication for it and go to certain clinics and things like that to get help to suppress their scanning abilities. And then you have Patrick Kilpatrick, who you guys will most likely recognize from a bunch of other films. He's been in like Minority Report, Death Warrant with Van Damme, Eraser with Arnold, Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis. Just a very familiar face and a very awesome fucking name too. I wish I had a name as cool as that. But you do get Robert Forster in here as well, who you guys might know from like Mulholland Drive, Jackie Brown, just a bunch of movies. I recognized him right away. Very familiar face. Never really the main character, but has been in a ton of film and just passed away not too long ago, a few years back, if I remember correctly. And then you have Kristen Hagee? I don't know how to say her last name, who plays Carrie, who runs the clinic where scanners go, and you know, gets them the help that they need and everything. What is it, the ephemeral that people take? She, you know, hands that stuff out and everything, and has access to where all the scanners are, their names, things like that. And you guys might know her mainly from the Head of the Class show and such classics as Cyborg 3. She didn't do a whole lot of films. This is directed by Steve Barnett, by the way, who only has like 9 director credits to his name, but he did direct Mind Warp, which I really enjoyed, so I was pretty excited for this, especially after hearing everyone saying this is way better than the first, but I disagree. To each their own, you know. everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Like I say all the time, if everyone enjoyed the same shit, it would be a boring fucking world to live in. So, I don't know. Like I said, Kilpatrick did great in this. Aside from that, I wasn't feeling this one. I don't know. As far as the story, it's basically Patrick Kilpatrick, again, plays Vulcan, who is pretty much taking the life force of other scanners to build up his own energy and things like that. And then you have the revenge plot of him and Samuel, who I'm trying not to spoil everything. We'll get to some spoilers towards the end of this review, but right now I'm going to kind of keep it as spoiler-free as possible. But something happens, I'm not going to say what, and Vulcan's brother is killed, and Samuel is responsible, so he wants revenge after he gets out of being locked up, and he's after, to take Samuel out. You have that plot going there, like I said, and he's taking the life force and stuff from other scanners to build up his energy to be able to take him out. So you have kind of a love triangle between Samuel and Carrie, but it doesn't really go anywhere. They go on like one day. I don't know. I know from listening to the commentary track and everything, there was some food poisoning issues going on during the shoot as well, and during that scene where they're on a date, he was actually, Daniel Quinn was actually really sick, and so I don't know if that played into any of it or not, but this kind of love thing between the two doesn't really blossom, it doesn't really go anywhere. It's just kind of a side story for whatever reason. At that same time, she's also helping him try to find his biological mother. For whatever reason, he decides he wants to know who his mom is. Now, again, I'm trying not to spoil everything, but where they find her eventually is just so fucking obvious. And this guy is a fucking detective and didn't know. I'll just go ahead and say it. If you guys don't want spoilers, sorry, it's not a major spoiler. But she's in a retirement home in the same area that he lives, and he couldn't find her. Like, what the hell? Like, that really bothered me. If everything in this movie that was cheesy or over the top or non-realistic, that was the one thing that really bothered me. I don't know why, but it's just like, she was right there the whole time, and you've been looking for her, you got this woman trying to help you find her and all this, and she's right there. And that really just bugged me. So you do have a cameo in here, by the way, from none other than Kane Hodder, Mr. Jason Voorhees himself, Victor Crowley from the Hatchet series. You guys that are horror fans know who Kane Hodder is. Rocking the fucking mullet, all this stuff. He kind of did this as like a favor. It was supposed to be real brief, and it ended up being the longest shoot of the movie. It ended up being there like all day. It was supposed to be a real quick thing, and he ended up being there for like 10 hours or some shit. But I thought it was cool just to see Kane Hodder in an early role. We've seen it in other movies too, where he does like a brief appearance. The special effects in this movie are definitely a step up from the first. You had John Carl Buechler back as being in charge of the effects on this one as well. And when he's doing taking the life force from other scanners, he's draining everything from them. There's burning, there's stuff popping everywhere, really gooey, turning into mush. I'll show one of them. I don't want to give again everything away, but I will show the first kill and leave everything else till the end. I'll show all the kills at the end, and I will say the final act was actually pretty cool. There's a scene in the final act where he's being tricked. Vulcan's being tricked by Stasiak, and there's an explosive ending. I'll just say that. And it was actually pretty cool. And yeah, he's basically, like they say in the commentary, he's basically a vampire. Vulcan's basically a vampire in this. And feeding off of this energy, kind of like Life Force. If you guys have ever seen Life Force, the space vampire, it reminded me a lot of that, because they're taking their life force, so I'm thinking that movie. And he's got this kind of sexual tension towards it too. Even when he's killing a man, he feels this like sexual tension going through him as well. And that's what vampires are really known for as well. So Kilpatrick really got this role, because if you watch this movie and you see like the veins popping out of his forehead and his neck and everything, and Daniel Quinn really did a great job in this too. And they were working a lot of times through the prosthetics that they had on during the shoot to show their emotions and everything. And to show their veins kind of coming out of their necks and foreheads and things like that as they're battling back and forth with each other. Again, a lot of really unrealistic stuff, of course. I mean, it's a horror sci-fi movie from 95 or 96. I don't even remember what year this one was. 94. Doesn't seem right. What year was the other one? I thought the other one was 94. 93. I think it's actually 94, 95. Anyways, I guess I should have researched that a little bit more, but yeah. Moving on. All in all, guys, this one I feel was a letdown. Yeah, there's more grotesque stuff. There's more action. Kilpatrick did great, but I just found the pacing of it and everything and the bad acting just really threw me off. I cared more about the characters in the first one. I was really invested in the story. Like I said, the story in this one's not bad. I just thought it was a little more poorly executed. I don't think Steve Barnett was as good as a director. I don't know. It fell short for me. If you guys follow me on Letterboxd, I gave this one 2.5 stars on Letterboxd, and the first one had 3.5, so a whole star less than the first one, because I just didn't care about anybody in this one, and I just wasn't as enthralled with the story. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I know I'm probably in the minority on this, and that's fine. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't really care. This is just my opinion, and actually I watched this one with my son Caius as well, and he didn't like this one as much either, and he's 14 years old, so I don't know. Maybe it's just us. I don't know. Or maybe it's because it was amped up so much for me with everyone telling me how much better this one is than the original. I was expecting more from it, and that does happen from time to time, but I just didn't enjoy this one as much as Scanner Cop 1. So yeah, move on to spoilers. So if you guys haven't seen the movie and you don't want anything else spoiled, definitely check out now. Leave a comment, leave a like or a dislike, whichever one you feel like doing. That's up to you. But thank you for watching regardless. And we'll move on to spoilers. Now, the end scene with the head explosion. You guys think that was even as good as the original Scanner's head explosion? I felt like that one was a little bit cheap. I felt like it was a little bit just not much put into that one. I don't know. It was so fast. There wasn't a lot of. I'm not gonna say there wasn't a lot of build up to it, because there was some build up, but I did really love Stasiak taking the form of all these other characters, of the janitor and of the cop or whatever, and Vulcan just getting pissed. And as they mentioned in the commentary, he really acts like a child a lot of times when he doesn't get his way. When he gets mad at that and he like folds up his jacket and puts it down, he's like, I don't know, he just kind of has that pouty face and everything. And yeah, I did enjoy the last act of this. That's the one redeeming thing that this really had going for it, along with the special effects. But again, for his mom to be in that retirement home the whole time, that really bugged me. But I did like that she took her own life to save that of her child. Even though she had never met him, she still had enough love for her child to give up her own life, and that's amazing. So the forklift scene, that one, I don't know. I don't really care for that one. That one was a little dumb, in my opinion, where he's being chased by the forklift and being controlled by Vulcan from up top and everything. And I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of these scenes, if you guys enjoy them or not. But I'm going to leave you guys with a few of the kills, including the one where they melt together, which is probably my favorite kill of the entire film. I do enjoy the one with the grate as well, with the door and her falling back. So I'll leave you guys with those. Thank you for watching. If you guys stayed the whole video and you appreciate spoilers, thank you so much for your time. And again, let me know what you think of this film down in the comment section. And if my opinion is wrong, so I mean, it happens. Again, we can't all like the same shit, guys. It would just be a boring world and a boring community of films. So features on here again. You had the commentary track with Steve Barnett, which wasn't great. It was a little informative, but I found even the commentary track a little bit boring in this. And then you had the part 2 making of documentary, interviews with director and producer Pierre David, who directed the first one, with Patrick Kilpatrick, with that Kristen Haji or whatever, actor Stephen Mendel, and composer Richard Bowers, special effects artist Jeff Farley, makeup effects artist Tom Irvin, makeup effects artist John Rowland, and screenwriter of Your Next, Simon Barnett, and original trailer. But pretty much the same features as the first one. Again, the presentation was very stunning visually, but the audio could have been just a little bit better. So I probably should have gone over the features before I went into spoilers, but guess what? I didn't, so is what it is. Alright, as always, guys, peace, love, happiness to all of you. I will catch you guys next time. Later.
Never rented that room.
He was standing here acting weird.
I never rented a room.
We'll look around, but chances are this guy's already left. Wait right here.
I never rented a room.
Good.
Denise, what the...
I may not know art, but I know